Okay. I mean, I have OBS up. I can start it if necessary. If
Maybe you
need
should
be.
start it just to get it ready.
Okay. I need to turn off my cam here then. Um, okay. And then I should start with Rachel's restream, right?
Um, what do you mean, her restream?
Like I should I'm not like streaming my own stream key. I'm
Oh,
streaming
I we
from
might be
restream.
back.
Oh, we are?
I think so. Um,
Okay, wait. I see Rachel's stream is back. I think the both of ours are down.
it should work for all of us,
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, it's back.
but your camera's off now, which is
That's
my fault.
true. I did do that. Wait, give me 1 second.
Take your time. Rachel's not back at the board yet. We haven't missed any moves.
That's true. This is really riveting OTB action. You can't blink.
But yeah, my apologies,
You won't miss it.
everyone. I think OBS just decided to take a really quick snooze. Um, yeah, no idea
All good.
what could have caused that, but Rachel hath returned, and she has. You said it was water,
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's tea?
perhaps.
Hmm. The hotel we stayed at, the water was yellow.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it wasn't really. Oh my God. This camera angle makes it. I actually, yeah, I really like the camera angle. I don't know, because you can see both of them. You can see like everything that they're doing, and you can see the board like pretty clearly. It's a good angle.
Yeah, the reason why we need this angle is because we really do need to see the moves because they don't have a DGT
Yeah.
board. So we have to make the moves ourselves. But luckily, we've brought on chess expert Blood Queen to be making not only the moves on the board, but also bringing her expert analysis.
Yeah. So such analysis. So did she finish a coffee cup? Do we know?
She still has her coffee there
Ugh.
next to her captured pieces.
Mm,
Yeah. But
interesting.
she's sipping from the double water cup. Wow, it looks like she's taking a big gulp. She might be
Who?
out. Rachel.
Oh. Oh. I see I'm still on delay because I wasn't watching the live cam. Aha. I see everything 10 seconds before you do, chat.
Take that, chat.
Yeah, take that. I like competing with my chat. Okay.
Although maybe Farzi might tune in the chat and he might have a better advantage than us because he's actually in Singapore.
Mm, that's true. There's actually a lot of streamers in Singapore, right?
Yeah,
Right now.
there's a big event going on besides Rachel's first over the board streamed event.
Oh, I consider it kind of like a side quest, you know? Like come for Rachel's Singapore Open. Stay, I don't know, maybe you check out the World Championship a couple times.
Yeah, that's definitely the side event. We all are tuning in for Rachel's OTB games, but not all
Yeah.
of us are tuning in for the World Championship.
Hmm. I tuned in for the first few games and then I kind of fell off. I got to get back on.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Ding won the first game. I'm like, oh snap, we got ourselves an event. And
Yeah,
then
that's true. That was a shock.
Gukash tied it up pretty quick. So now
Yeah.
it's kind of like we're losing out on the drama.
Yeah. Would it be more drama if it was less close? I feel like that's counterintuitive because you would think the closer the match is, the more drama there is, but
Yeah, I mean,
um
I need Ding to just have a blowout match, really.
yeah. Yeah. It's like a car crash. You can't look away.
No one was expecting Ding to win. I mean,
Yeah. To come out as strong as
maybe
he
some
did.
people, but I will say it's very fun to root for Ding because
Hmm.
I think people just Like it's fun to have an underdog as well. I think similarly when Nepo was playing Ding, I think a lot of people were expecting Nepo to be the favorite, and probably he was the favorite. Um, I don't know if people wanted to root for Nepo necessarily, but I think it was very easy to root for Ding in that event as well as this one.
Mm. He's just a nice guy. He seems very, I mean, he's just a chill guy. He seems really
Exactly.
nice. Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan. Appreciate that, dude. 50 months is insane.
Wow, 50 months.
That's longer than some viewers have been alive.
It's all true.
Wow. A6 surprising the audience. Were you expecting this move?
I mean, you always have to be looking out for A6. It's the move, you know?
And the computer says it's back to 000. So with that, Rachel has a huge advantage. Basically a free move.
Yeah. What should she do with this free move? What are you thinking?
My first thought, rook d1.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Rook on open file. You
Computer
can't
doesn't
go
like it
wrong.
though.
No? Okay, I haven't looked at the computer. I feel like I would play A4 here, automatic, but
A4 automatic.
no, computer does not
Crazy.
like it.
There's a, the top move doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, it's fine. The
Um,
top move, Bishop D3,
yeah, how'd you know?
because I like.
You just said that you weren't looking, so I was like,
No, I scrolled down to check if my
got
A4
it.
move was good, and then it said no. Bro's guessing
Um,
and checking. Shut up, bouncing.
so it really likes bishop d3 for reasons perhaps
Hmm.
unknown.
Let's try to figure it out.
Maybe it
Bishop
wants to just go
D3.
to e4. It's
Yeah.
sidestepping b5 preemptively.
Yeah, we're not looking at a lot here.
Um,
Mm.
it also likes the move h4, perhaps anticipating kingside castles.
Mm.
That's what Sad Rabbit's saying actually. But I,
Yeah.
I don't see how h4 helps you trade the dark square bishop. Like, why not just play bishop e3 immediately? Wow, shout out to Tina saying now this
Oh, thank you for the sub, not a whore. And hello, Tina.
is a commentating duo. Man,
Yeah,
we
that's us.
just missed it, but did you see that guy that was looking at their game? He had Crocs with zebra print pants. I want to
Oh
see the rest
yeah,
of that guy's outfit. I want to know who that was.
he's an icon. Bruins only. So true. Bruins only here.
Do
Also,
you,
hello, Andrew.
do you think the opponent also went to UCLA?
Um, it's possible. Are these all of the Bruins on Twitch?
um, I mean, it's, I don't know. Probably not, but
I feel like it is.
for the chess world, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of
Oh,
the Bruins are.
Richard.
That's all I was
Tina
talking
Tina
about.
knows better than we. Yeah, Richard. Someone go get Pyrodos.
Who's Richard?
You don't know Richard? Oh,
No, I don't know Richard.
it's okay. He's a lesser known streamer, but a streamer nonetheless in his own right. He was the chess club president like
Oh,
2 years ago.
okay. I would not know that. I barely go to chess club now.
Yeah, I think last year it was Sam,
Mm.
maybe. I don't
It's
know.
still Sam, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, Sam's the person that I talk to about CCL.
It's been a
So I
long
was-
t- it's been a while since I followed along with who all the president. I know after me it was Abhishek. After
Mm.
Abhishek it was maybe Chris.
Okay. I don't know him either.
No, these are like way before your time. After Chris, I think
Okay.
it was definitely Caleb at one point. Shout out to Caleb. And I think Richard might have been after Caleb.
Okay.
Um, Either way, the whole point of all this is to say that I'm old. We've had like at least five or six presidents since I used to be the club president.
Oh, she made a move. What was the move?
Okay, so A6, and then she brought her bishop out. She's looking for a dark square bishop trade.
Okay, bishop e3. Yeah.
Bishop to E3. Just getting that last minor
Mm.
piece out. Caleb Dunby? No, not Caleb Denby.
Yes. Oh, I know Caleb Denby.
Yeah,
National
everyone,
Master Caleb Denby.
yes, everyone should know and love and appreciate Caleb Denby, also known as the Bindi Cable, one of the
Ah.
important staff members at the St. Louis Chess Club. But Caleb at the chess club was a different national master.
Mhm.
Um, I am not going to share his last name, not because I don't know it, but perhaps I have forgotten it. But more so because I don't even know if his name's public. He has been on Twitch before. But anyways, they've traded the Dark Square Bishops, and look at Rachel's King absolutely just dominating the center of the board.
Yeah, that king is a Chad.
And also, Rachel has just traded off her underdeveloped bishop for a developed bishop. So now she has a big lead in development here. Two minor
Hmm.
pieces are out and about. And meanwhile, her opponent doesn't even have their king off the back rank.
Yeah. The e5 pawn is looking a lot more like an asset and a lot less like a weakness now. The rooks are gonna come in. I don't know. She
Shout
took
out.
a not so great position. She turned it into gold. Good for Rachel. Or she turned it into an equal position, but
And you know, Rachel basically is a diamond, right? She's basically feeling the pressure and she's using
ah,
that
yes.
pressure to create a masterpiece before our very own eyes here on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was I don't know, a solid sequence of moves. She should be feeling pretty comfy here, I think. What do you think about knight d4, Joe?
Knight d4 for
After you
Rachel.
protect the pawn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you do something else
how do you want to
and then
defend that pawn though? You want to bring the king
well,
up more?
no, I was actually thinking like rook e1 and then like you move the king somewhere and then knight d4. That was my very long plan.
Uh-huh. No, I get that. I respect that. That definitely makes sense. We want knight d4 because if they trade knights, then our pawn is no longer isolated. So that
Yeah.
would
Oh wait,
be
I'm
really
seeing
nice.
there's a camel clutcher raid. Hello. Hello, camel
Huge.
clutcher.
Shout out to the camel
Oh, I
who
can't shout out.
he's been streaming more recently. As
Really?
in, I saw him stream once earlier, which is huge. Also, Zepcat joining in. Shout out to the Zeph Cat, huge. Also, shout out to
Huge.
Pizza Racer tuning in, as well as Philemon Cheesy Gazebo. Tommy has
Baby gazebo.
joined again. Huge dubs in the chat. Welcome one and welcome all. Everyone's tuning in for Rachel's round six of the Singapore International Open 2024. If you had to guess where the Singapore International Open is being held, where would you guess?
I don't know any places in Singapore. I would say Singapore.
Yeah, I think that's a great guess. That's where I would guess that it's being held.
Rachel is on 2.5 out of 5. So she's doing all right. She's playing in the group B section. So I don't know. We're guessing that it's under 1800. We're guessing. It's a city state, no? I believe in cheesy gazebo.
Someone's guessing Iran. Shout out to 480. Kenshin's guessing Texas.
Okay, we have B5 on the board, which
Yes,
is
attacking her bishop. So now the computer once again saying triple zeros. A huge opportunity here for white to equalize.
mm-hmm. What will
Hey, shout out to National Master Rosie with a huge rate of 17.
Hello,
Welcome in.
Rosie. Hello, hello. We are commentating for Rachel, Rachangel225. She's playing the Singapore International Open. I have my good friend Joe Bruin next to me. It's all Bruins here. It's a Bruin party. Um, yeah, it's going well so far.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Rachel, Anushka, and I are Bruins.
Yes,
And
we are all Joe and Josie Bruins.
it's because we like brown bears.
Yep, that's the reason. Dogs.
Um, so fun facts, Rachel and Anushka are actually collegiate chess league teammates.
Are we?
Actually, that's technically not
I thought
true.
she was playing for the Singapore
Yeah,
team.
Rachel is playing for the school that she is currently studying at. She's
Yeah, the
currently in
defect.
Singapore. However, she is still a Bruin. So
She's a
um,
Bruin at heart.
she's going to be returning and presumably graduating with a degree from UCLA, despite her study abroad. But I guess maybe next semester you guys could be teammates.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be pretty cool
You
if you
can,
both played on the same team at the same time
yeah, you
and
can catch
streamed it.
both of our collegiate chess league streams next quarter.
Huge.
Yeah,
Also,
huge.
another fun fact. Um, so far the broadcasts for the Collegiate Chess League have been focusing on the top division. I
Hmm.
haven't really announced this anywhere yet, but we're planning on covering some of the lower division matches on the main broadcast next season. So we might put
Well, now, why would you do that, Joe?
because we're gonna get some more exciting matchups with bigger
Okay.
names. So imagine Anushka on the main chess.com stream.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
Do I have to consent for that, right? I don't consent.
That's true. You could
Let's put
opt
Rachel on
out.
it though.
You,
I'm literally the lowest rated player on our C team by like at least 300 points. It's not even close.
yeah, but that's content.
No, I don't want my games to be.
No, but you streamed your own games, right?
Yeah, not happily.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's fine.
Okay. You know what? If you commentate both mine and Rachel's games at the same time,
If I
then sure,
commentate,
you can use it as content.
um, well, they might not have me commentating. They had me producing last season,
Oh,
which
wow.
is
A behind
okay,
the scenes man.
a little bit. But that
Hello,
being
Casey.
said, I do think it'll be fun, especially if it's like UCLA versus USC.
Mm, yeah. I don't know. I never really got into that whole school rivalry thing.
It's okay.
Like I know I'm supposed to have school spirit, but
That's okay.
yeah. Ugh. She's spending a lot of time here. There's not, I mean, like, the diagonal the bishop is currently on is not super great. So I guess the only good options are E2 and D3.
D3.
E2 kind of doesn't really make
She
sense.
should go to
Oh, sorry.
D3.
Yeah.
No, you're
D3 is
right.
the obvious best answer. But
Obviously, to us who have the computer.
yeah, that's true.
But
Because D3 was the best square like four
we
moves
will
ago.
say, I think bishop on E4 is a nice little square to be on. You know, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like if the bishop could teleport here, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. If that bishop was a queen, I think we'd be winning right now.
Very masterful insight here.
Yeah.
Or, we could move it here so that they can't castle. We can go here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she is.
Or
I do the same thing where I like shake my leg aggressively in the beginning of the game. So knight G1 next.
oh, is she cracking her back?
Cracking her back.
A little back
She's
stretch.
calculating chat. She's seeing every possible variation for the rest of the chess game. She's calculating it to checkmate. You just don't know. That's why she plays fast later.
Did you see Tommy's joke about Singapore?
No, what was the joke?
He said that they should call it Singa Rich because they have money.
That's a joke.
Tommy, when's the next stream, man? I think the chess world has been in much need of the next Tommy stream.
How many streams?
Tommy has been known to stream before, but
Oh, I
will
didn't
he
know that.
stream again? Oh man, if you've not seen a Tommy stream, you're really missing out.
Yeah, I haven't lived. I gotta catch one of those. You gotta stream so I can watch one, Tommy.
It's like no other chess stream I've ever seen.
Yeah. I wonder, okay, maybe there is some merit to keeping the bishop on b3, because if black ever wants to get rid of the pawn, then they kind of might want to play f6, and they're like showing that maybe they want to put their bishop on b7, maybe. So then, the e6 pawn would become weak, maybe. That's like a long, far-fetched idea of why the bishop might be okay on b3. But it is also just gonna get kicked.
Yeah, bishop on b3 is a very typical response when the bishop gets attacked. You just tuck back, right?
Yeah.
I think she has really three options. She shouldn't be spending too much time on this. It is a classical game. She's got like 51 minutes, and here she goes. She's made the best move, bishop to d3. And you can debate how much time warrants making the best move, right? Because if she played bishop b3, it's like minus zero point 0.2 as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to bishop d3 is like zeros, right? So it's like, how much time really is it worth for that zero point 0.2 evaluation? Maybe it's worth it. But
Maybe.
also, I suspect that she probably could have played the same move just a little bit faster.
Yeah. That's how I tend to feel after most of my moves too. Tend to be like, yeah, that was like it's usually the first move that I looked at and I just spent way too long calculating it.
Yeah. That being said, I do think that um, Rachel's opponent is playing a little fast.
Yeah.
Um, and you shouldn't necessarily adjust your speed too much based off of your opponent's speed. So I think Rachel, at the end of the day, she's doing just fine. 50 minutes here is more than enough time for her to play a solid level of chess for her capability. And
Yeah.
much like Ding, she's chilling.
Yeah. 20 minutes down on the clock is usually where I am too.
So
So
I
I
love
relate.
her rooks are completely connected. What a beautiful sight to behold, right? Black, they've got two pieces still in the way. Rachel is gonna bring the rooks in
Mm-hmm.
at some point, right? Maybe the bishop's gonna come to e4 and cause some problems. If you pin this knight, then you don't actually have to defend the e pawn. You can just go knight d4 after bishop e4.
That's true. Astute observation.
Facts. Now you do have to watch out though, because knight takes on d4 is still possible, and
Mm-hmm.
potentially threatening a fork on c2.
Mm.
But we're at least not blundering the e pawn. I don't know if we said hello to Dijin, but hello. Welcome in. Bishop to b7 has just been played. and now the computer favors white again, which is funny because bishop b7 is such a natural looking move. I don't know what else it
Yeah.
would have wanted from black actually. Oh, it wanted bishop d7. How strange. Or even king e7 or even knight e7. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff by the computer. And now it really likes a handful of moves actually. A4, bishop e4 that we looked at, rook h to b1, which is wild, but I guess with a4 that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, bishop d7 you play to support pushing the queenside pawns, right? That's usually the point. So I guess with a6 b4 or a6 b5 already in, um, maybe black wants to move the knight, protect the b5 pawn, and start pushing the a pawn, because that's where Rachel's pawn structure is not so good. Maybe.
Perhaps it's all true.
Yeah. I'm also not looking at the engine because I can't really make sense of it fast enough. So if I'm spouting some nonsense, you can feel free to correct me.
No, you haven't spouted any nonsense yet. It's been strictly professional so far.
Okay. You can just play c takes d4. In what position? Oh, oh, oh,
After the knight trade on
oh.
d4,
Oh, okay.
knight
Yeah.
d4, knight takes, and yeah, we were mentioning like potentially going for material with the bishop, but of course you always have c takes d, which might actually just be the best. But I do think this a4 rook hp1 kind of counterattacking idea makes a lot of sense. And I'm curious if Rachel agrees and will go for it. It's also liking bishop e4. I feel like rook d1 is just a very natural place for the rook to go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he just ask if he can go somewhere and she said yes and he dropped his water bottle?
Someone's. Oh, oh. Over the board conversations.
One time I was playing next to a kid who was playing an adult and
Hmm.
the kid asked his opponent if he could use the restroom and he said of
Mm.
course, and the kid got up, but then the adult said, "Wait, you should, you know, make your move first, right? Like you shouldn't use the restroom while it's your turn."
Hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, but I need to go." And he was like, "Well, your clock's gonna be running." And the kid like didn't really understand. The adult was like trying to help him, I think. Um, so then he kind of like rushed him to make his move actually. But anyways, I just thought it was cute that you ask your opponent for permission. Anyways, rook h to d1 has just been played. This was the move that I was calling out for, but the computer doesn't like it so much after black plays knight e7, which I don't suspect black will play.
I mean, 97 makes sense, right? Because bishop e4 is threatening to pin, and then maybe you have to go like castles or rook ab1 or ab8 or something, and then like your queenside push is kind of slow. So I don't know. It does make sense as a move, it's preventing bishop from coming to e4 permanently. What
Yeah,
would you play? Would you castle? Would you go king e7?
castling I feel like makes a lot of sense. Yeah, bishop e4 was a good move, and it still is a good move. So maybe knight e7 makes a lot of sense. Knight e7 also just eyeing up some big squares in the center with checking uh, the king. So I'm not sure. It's really impossible for me to say what I would do. Computer likes castling queenside even.
Mm.
Um,
Castles, knight g5, what do you do? Oh, you take the pawn. I keep forgetting. You pin, and then you're threatening. Well, then you're not really threatening anything. I'm just thinking out loud here.
You're threatening to make certain threats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes the
oh,
threats of making
Rachel's
the threats are
staring at the
stronger.
camera. We just
Is
had
she
the
trying to tell us something?
she's telling
No,
us
she's
that
yawning.
her opponent is not at the board and it's his turn.
Hmm.
Oh, there went the Crocs with the black and white pants.
I wonder what the lore is. Like, I wonder, when you have like friends playing in a tournament and then she's
No,
looking at us again. No?
I don't know what it's like to have friends.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe.
Is
Well,
it
I
like
have friends. So
what's that like?
so when you're, like if you're bored at your board or like you're tired or you need to like walk around or something, then you walk around and you look at your friends' games, right? I wonder if she's keeping up with anyone else's games, maybe Farzi, maybe Hannah.
True.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Screws. I love to make a move as soon as my opponent gets away from the board.
Hmm.
I don't think that's rude.
I think it's almost like that's what they're baiting you to do, right? Sometimes when I get up, I like want my opponent to make a move really quickly to take advantage of it because like then it's probably not that great of a move, you know?
I just figured, as much time that he's not thinking on the position as possible is good for me, right? So
Yeah, that's also true. It's all true. Everything's good. Anna's 1.5 out of 5, but up rating. Oh, is she playing up?
that makes a lot of
Farzi
sense,
is also
Screws.
getting more
I
according to
I
them.
do have
Uh,
age going against me. Um, I didn't know Hannah was playing in this. That's really cool.
yeah, lots of streamers.
General Julius, thank you for the follow. Hello and welcome. Appreciate everyone. Definitely be sure to check out and follow Blood Queen. She is the most famous person in the room, so please act accordingly.
I don't think that's true, Joe. Joe works for
Who,
chess.com.
who else in your room is more famous than you?
Oh, in my room currently, Beef is pretty famous.
True. I don't know who that is.
Katarina and Sophie Davis Chess's dad. Oh, he's a CM, right? And I'll do a post-mortem. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. Streaming the tournament is probably so stressful. It seems like she's calm now, though. I don't know. No more leg shaking.
I suspect the leg shaking will return
Oh, okay. Once it's her turn.
at some point when she's got to get deeper in calculation.
Mm,
I think I want to do a prediction.
okay,
So
go for it.
let's see.
Oh, she was liking the streaming. Oh, that's good then.
My prediction is going to be, does she finish her coffee before move?
40.
What's the over under chat? For I think 40 is too far out.
Hmm. But it's like barely moved. It's like the same amount of coffee as
She's
it
been
was when it
drinking a
started.
lot of water, right? Like that's got to play a role in it somehow.
Water is better than coffee.
Also, Rachel's been posting stories of people leaving comments on the commentary, people saying like, "Why are they talking about the carpet?" And
Oh.
I haven't been talking much about the carpet today. I kind of blame Screws a little bit about that, but I do want to shout out any of the lurkers that aren't in the Twitch chat but are tuning in and supporting Rachel. Shout out to all the Rachel fans out there. I know there's a lot of them.
So true. Lurkers are appreciated. Lurkers make the world go round. We want to hear about the carpet.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't think of a more interesting chess prediction, so we're gonna go with the coffee drink. I still haven't decided what move number I should go with.
Whoa, knight a5 on the board.
I'm gonna go with move 35.
Knight a5 trying to reroute to c5. Interesting. Is taking and making an isolated pawn an idea there? Our pawn is no longer attacked. Bro
That's
must be a
huge.
Grunfeld gamer.
Our knight is pinned though to the G pawn, but the G pawn might be poisoned because Rook G1 looks fun.
Hmm. That does look fun.
So let's see. Probably that knight wants to go to C4, right?
Yeah. Oh yes, c4. I misspoke. Knight a5 screams a4. Oh, you want to play a4? Yeah. Or even after it comes to c4, you can play a4 and try to undermine it that way.
A4 was one of the top recommendations previously. However, computer now is not liking A4 as one of the top moves. It's saying knight D2 or D4. So, as you mentioned, our E pawn has less pressure on it, which frees up our knight. So, our knight can now see new squares along the D file. It also likes rook D to B1, which it was calling for earlier, and I can almost guarantee that Rachel will not play this move.
Rook D e, rook wait, rook D to B1.
Yeah, DB1.
That's actually insane. There's a lot of the computer really thinks the play wants to be on the queen side, which I suppose makes sense because that's where the pieces are.
Good night, Flicks. Thanks for being here. Hello,
I don't think
Subum.
anyone below 2200 will play rook DB1.
No,
Mm.
I don't think anyone should play rook DB1 because she just played rook D1. So the rook is on the D file to stay. Um, I do think that knight C4 is slightly annoying. Like, we would like to go bishop E4, but
Mhm.
now that the knight can come to a check, it's probably pretty annoying. Um, that being said, I mean, we could just play king F4 if we don't want to take. But probably if we allow knight C4, I'm assuming you just want to take. Also, like rook B1 does prevent knight C4 because then the B pawn would be
Yeah.
pinned. Black could obviously trade bishop for knight, but this is actually a really good bishop, right? It controls the long diagonal. You don't really want to take this knight necessarily. Um, but yeah, A4, rook B1. I feel like these moves make sense. I feel like knight D4 makes sense. It's not doing too much necessarily, but it's just taking space, which wasn't previously available because of the weakness on E5.
Hmm. Someone's saying a4, knight b3, then rook a3, and knight
Um,
c5, maybe.
Knight C5 is definitely a possibility. There's also maybe even bishop D5.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That is true.
All right, no one has voted yes about her
Oh
coffee.
wait, I forgot to vote.
It's okay. The prediction's still going on. We still have like another minute. Okay, 10 channel point, 20 points on yes. So most
It's on me.
people think that she's not going to finish her coffee before move 35. We're currently on, what is this, move 16?
Think of all the channel points I'm gonna win if she does, though. I'm gonna will her to drink her coffee.
You're the only voter for yes.
Yeah, that's
You know,
oh, 10 more points.
you could have just put 10 O's. Who else is anyone else is voting on yes?
Oh my God, now I have to put more.
Ugh, people are ruining your odds.
I know. What? Who is doing that?
You
Bouncing, if
can
it's you,
you
we're
can
gonna have
look.
words.
It'll tell you. Oh, you're the most though. But there's two other people. Now three other people. Submission closes in 5 seconds.
What is going on?
Okay. You still have the highest stake though.
Okay.
There are only two people that put no, but no wins the vote by 91%,
God. How could
largely
you,
from
rookie?
Air Rodin.
Hmm.
Rookie wants those channel points, but
You
you
also don't
might
kill her.
lose all your channel points.
I
Look,
have like 11,000,
she's
so I think
got
I
her
can.
hand on the cup. This is really promising for the
Oh, let's
believers.
go. I really think it's gonna happen. 10% odd seems okay. It seems more than okay. I mean, she got it for a reason. I don't think she's gonna want to waste the coffee.
Yeah, you did say 40 moves. I changed it to 35 moves.
Oh, this is so
But
free. This is the freest channel points I've ever
all
gotten.
right, she just took a sip. She's like already halfway through it.
Come on, Rachel. Let's go. Oh, that was a really tiny sip. That was a disappointing sip. There
Maybe
was a concept of drinking coffee there.
I think I think we're caring a bit too much about the coffee and not as much
That's
as we
true.
should about
Okay,
the
let's get
chess.
back to the game.
Maybe your channel point prediction should be about the
About the chess?
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. And she inhales the beverages. She's just absorbing the caffeine through the air. Okay, a new prediction.
Yeah, big screen watcher. I think I would accept being fired. You know, the good news though for anyone that is like, what's up with this commentary? This is the last round for me commentating for Rachel for this tournament. So,
Aw.
there's some good news.
I'm sorry I hijacked it.
Yeah, I think as soon as Rachel had Anushka join, she was like, okay, thank God I have a better, more talented commentator.
Uh-huh. Bishop e4. Bishop e4 on the board.
All right, so she looked at the knight c4 check and she scoffed at it. Absolutely not even impressed. I think king f4. Actually, king f4, this is a little wild. I think we're chilling though still. So knight c4 check, king f4. I was a little worried at first about g5 check, but we have knight takes.
Knight takes. Yeah.
Absolutely big chillin'.
Yeah. This is the Chad maneuver. Computer might not like it, but what does the computer know? Actually, what does the computer know?
So the fans are asking Blood Queen after this commentating session, where can they see you
Hmm.
next?
Are the fans asking that?
Yes.
Oh, um, I'll be doing game analysis on my American Open games at some point. So, and I'll probably be making those into YouTube videos. That's the plan. I'm not quite there yet with the OTV streaming.
I just put 1,000 Blood Queen points up for yes.
Yeah, everyone vote. I didn't even vote. Oh,
Oh,
I can't vote.
you shouldn't vote in your own
Yeah, yeah,
unless bouncing is able to pay out the prediction at the end.
we'll see.
What happens if it's a draw?
If it's a
Oh,
draw,
then the
then
answer is no. That's crazy.
oh, that's true. Two result, two result loss.
What move are
Rookie
we
says she's gonna
on?
finish
This is move 17. Look, is she? Oh, but she's drinking the water. This
it.
isn't good for the coffee believers.
She can't vote because she
Dude,
has
look at how
unlimited
much
points.
water she's drinking. Oh my God, she just downed it.
I
To
feel
be,
like that's
she could chug the rest of the coffee at any moment. She could do the same thing with the coffee. That'd be wild. That'd be
it's
funny.
like she has to keep the ratio, you know? You know the balance, Joe? You got to take one micro sip of coffee for one full cup of water, then go refill.
I no. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, me too. I
You,
drink tea sometimes.
am I a water drinker shamer? Absolutely not, 488. I'll drink water right now just to prove it to you. You just have to trust me that there's water in here and that this isn't just a completely empty bottle.
Yeah. Bouncing across has put some serious thought into Rachel's coffee drinking system. He has theories.
You think she spreads it out? I mean, how many rounds have you watched? Because I feel like she drinks the coffee and then goes to get more coffee. But maybe she tried that earlier and then didn't like it. And voila, we have the bishop trade, which was only the third best move. This guy missed two better moves from the engine. Can you believe it?
God, 1400s these days.
And she actually made that capture faster than I could have pre-moved it.
Yeah.
So Rachel's
I mean,
absolutely
she's getting what
cooking.
she wanted.
She just won King of the Hill, by the way, for all those variant fans in the chat. She's brought the king into the middle four squares of the board. This is really good for many reasons. First off, she's just absolutely dominating the center. But second off, knight c4 is no longer a check. Look at that goofy knight on the edge of the board,
Yeah.
right?
Goofy, yeah.
I mean, think about it. She could have gotten checked, and then the king would have to go like f4, right? And then black
Mm-hmm.
could trade, and black's knight is just better on c4 than on a5. This guy's calculation is just in shambles. Like
Yeah.
un unreal by this guy trading on e4. And now imagine if he plays knight c4 now, we'd have the same position, but white's
White to move.
turn, right? So imagine he plays knight c4. Just imagine how foolish he would look.
Everyone point and laugh.
Wait, okay, black actually played a move. They played rook c8. So they did not play knight c4 because they want the rook to pressure that c pawn.
Mm.
That being said, rook d6 is looking pretty nice.
Yeah. Bouncing agrees. Pawn loses a defender, but
Come on, Rachel, rook d6.
that's a very Chad move. Because also their pawns are still defended, you know, their king is still defending their pawns, but their rooks aren't connected. Our pawns, like if the rook gets on the second rank, oh, but we have no. We have if we play rook d6, then we don't have rook d2 after takes. Hmm.
The knight did not go to c4. Let's use that d6 square while we still can.
I like your thinking. I don't know. I feel like it's scary to. Oh, but the okay, I get it. If they take, then and we take, and it's like a trade of pawns, we're also threatening to win their rook. So they do have to spend a tempo dealing with that.
Yeah, rook d6, rook takes on c3, rook takes a6 as a fork of the knight as well as the skewer on the back rank.
It's all true.
Huge activity, huge momentum from this rook d6 move, and Rachel, her senses are tingling. She's gonna pounce on it like a tiger.
Does she look excited? Oh, she looks excited. She's
She's
calculating.
got the arm leaning on the table. She's leaning in. She's focused.
Yeah,
She's got the twitch back, I think.
that's how you know someone's doing some really serious calculation.
Maybe some head bobbing, head bobbing.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Some nods of
What's the
approval.
time situation
She's got
on
40
the?
minutes to what looks like to me 59. Like the guy's under an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, she just hit 39. So,
Ooh.
yeah, it's roughly, that 20-minute time disparity still there. She's readjusting. Yep, moving the chair a little bit.
Hang leaning back and big chilling. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to like take a rest once you've played your move. Like sit back a little bit. Knight b7, knight d8 defense against the fork, but it all gets very uncomfy. I mean, if you have to play knight d8 there, then I feel like we've gotten something right. That's a concession.
Mm-hmm.
And our rook is so active,
Yes, and
and
it
you're
weakens
so
their
not.
B pawn.
Yeah, b pawn's ready for the taken. Doesn't really look like you're getting an active rook anytime soon. You don't sit back, you go watch a Nishiku's game. Okay, well, that's assuming, you know, people have friends. Let's not make assumptions. You know what they say.
Is this under 1800? Both players happen to be under 1800. This is technically the uh, B section of the event. Some are saying it's under 1900. Maybe I could look at the players competing and see.
Hmm.
Um, okay, yeah, there are players over 1800 in this section, so perhaps under 1900 makes the most sense.
Hmm. But Hannah might be playing up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Hannah's rating. But yeah, typically in open sections, players are allowed to play up.
Yeah.
Sometimes it costs extra, but sometimes not.
Yeah, the camera angle is really good.
If Rachel spills the coffee, I think we'll figure that out when we get there. But I mean, I don't know. If I'm forced to answer the question now, I guess. I guess I would say yes. All right. Looks like
I'm making the moves to see what would happen because I'm
we've
kind of interested.
we've got some high level calculation analysis here.
I'm taking you don't even take the pawn, I guess.
Por qué no? You
I
get
don't know.
forked. That's why. Knight c5.
Ah,
Knight b7 defending the pawn tactically. But yes, we can play rook b6 and then we get checked.
and then king.
King
Okay.
downward castle and then we bring our other rook in.
Black to the castle. Yeah.
Okay. Knight b7 definitely annoying. I'll
Yeah.
give it to
That
him.
is that is a useful resource. I was wondering why knight b7 and not knight c6, and it's because of that nasty c5 check.
Man, I didn't see that one.
Knight b7 isn't so obvious. No, it's not. But they are locked in. I don't know. They both look like they're calculating
Yeah, knight
pretty deeply.
b7. Knight b7 was not a move on my immediate radar,
Hmm.
but a nice resource for sure. Very annoying, but
Yeah.
I still like the rook lift nonetheless because we can then bring our second rook to the d file as well. You know what's
Yeah.
better than one rook on the d file?
All of the rooks on the d file.
I was gonna say two rooks, but you might have one upped me there. Well, if all the rooks were on the d file, that'd be two upping me because I guess there's four rooks.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe it would be worse if all of the rooks were on the d file, though. It depends on whose turn it is to move.
Yeah, maybe we don't want all of our rooks on the d file, or we do want all of our rooks on the d file. Maybe not all of the rooks.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Too many rooks.
Too many rooks. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. I thought it was like I don't know. I know that people in Caltech really like it, but
At
I think
Caltech?
it didn't make its way over to UCLA. We're too cool for.
Wait. I mean, that's just an Adult Swim video.
Oh, is
Unless you're
it?
thinking of, how do you
No,
know
it's
it's popular at Caltech?
no, it's not an Adult Swim video. It's a sketch. It's like a really. Am I
But they
thinking of?
would
Is it an
play
Adult
it
Swim video?
they would play it on Adult Swim like super late.
Oh,
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong,
Adult
but
Swim like the channel,
yeah, I will. What else were you thinking?
the show.
There's a show?
I thought there was a show.
I
Isn't it
just
like
know
a
it's a
cartoon?
channel. She's looking it up now. But yeah, too many rooks
Interesting.
spoil the what's something chess related.
I don't know. Advantage. I'm
Uh,
feeling really clever today. 10
you're
rooks on the team. I'll make it happen. It's possible.
I know it spoils the broth, but it's not. Uh, we're not hating on the rooks, no. They're just
Even rook d6 is kind of like,
rook d6 is the move.
yeah, you got to be Chadley about it. You got to be high T. Too many rooks
Um,
and yet no diagonals.
I don't think so, Chelato. But also shout out to Chelato, always being wholesome in the chat, bringing the positive vibes and energy.
Wow, she played it. Rook d6.
Huge, dude. Aren't you just so proud of Rachel right now?
Yeah, so proud.
Rook d6 just on the board. This
Call her
guy,
the engine.
no shot he plays knight b7. He'll never find it.
Let's see.
Knight b7, not even the best move. It wants rook c4 check. But this guy, based off of the opportunities to give check on c4 previously, it seems that he has an aversion to this move.
I actually considered rook c4 check before, but it didn't show up on the engine eval, so I didn't talk about it.
You
Because
you should talk about it because your thoughts and idea are much more original than what any computer could have to say.
thanks, Joe. Rook c4, um, I mean, hmm.
Good night, rookie. All right, Blood Queen, give us your deep thoughts on what happens after rook c4 check.
I'm thinking. I mean, the checks were good when the king had to move like over to the king side. But now that she can kind of just like stay
Whoa,
here.
he played knight b7.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay,
Tricky, tricky.
I must admit I didn't recognize this guy's game. So clearly Rachel's not going to grab this quote unquote free pawn.
No, definitely not. Knight
Instead,
b7 tactically defending against rook takes a6.
imagine she just grabs it right away. No.
No, I'm sure she saw it way before too.
Rachel
She spent
anticipated
time on
this.
that move. Yeah,
Rachel
she
saw
saw it
it.
all.
And of course, even though knight b7 looks like a fancy defensive move, defending the pawn tactically with the fork, um, rook d6 was still the best move. And the computer didn't even like knight b7 as much as it liked rook c4. So Rachel has played rook b6, questioning both the knight and the pawn. Knight c5 check is now going to be available.
Mhm.
Rachel's just simply going to move the king, nothing that she isn't afraid of. But with the knight on c5, it actually blocks the rook on the c file. So she's got herself a nice active rook, causing some problems, and this is still a position. So yeah, knight c5 I'm expecting next.
Yeah. So where do you want to put the king
That is a
after the
great
check?
question. I know we
What's
were
the
looking
value?
at e3, and that makes a lot of sense. Knight c5 check has been played. King e3, whenever your king is two diagonal squares away from a knight, that's really safe because that takes a very long time for the knight to be able to check the king again, right? As
Hmm.
opposed to going somewhere like d4, you're one square away from getting checked. Now, of course, the pawn on a3 prevents that check from happening. And I actually do kind of like d4 in that we are putting some pressure on the knight, which is going to keep the rook tie down. But what I don't like about it is that black can simply castle or even play king e7, and that second rook is going to come in with a vengeance.
Hmm. He has to make sure now, because the rook can't move vertically anywhere, and it can't take the pawn, and it basically the only safe square it has now is d6. So if the king goes to e7 at this point,
I'm not worried about it.
there's no way to attack the rook, but it is trapped, like it is out of the game,
It is a
which
little
kind of
out of the
sucks.
game, but as you mentioned, we still have the d6 square, and we still have our second rook, which can come in,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
maybe they can double up on the d
File.
file yet again.
Are we winning? I don't know. Are we winning?
I
You
think
have
we are.
to see.
If you look at the fact of the matter, Gilby, we're all here gathered around watching Rachel's OTB event. We've got
Yeah.
Anushka joining us. We've got Bouncing in the chat. All
Yeah.
signs indicating to this being not only a W, but a massive W.
A massive emotional dub. Even if we don't win the game, we've won at life because the real win is the friends we made along the way. Exactly. The power of friendship. What move are we on? Coffee believers are crying. I
We're on
actually don't
move
even know.
20. She's had one eensy little sip since the prediction was made.
I feel like it's not going to happen. I'm
That's
not
not
hopeful.
that's not what your prediction said.
Yeah, I was a little bit too bold. I didn't really see the micro sips, you know? I didn't see how micro they really were. But now that I've seen it,
What are the odds that
I
she
can see it.
finishes it after move 35 but before move 40?
I feel like those odds are pretty similar to the move 35 odds, no?
Wow. Rachel's played the top shelf move, King E3.
Yay! Completely safe from night checks. Out in the center, nice and Chadley, as kings like to be.
Okay, people saying the coffee's starting to get cold. So that's
Maybe that's how she likes it. Maybe,
yeah, I mean people do like cold coffee.
yeah. So, I mean, castles make sense here, right?
Castles does make sense, but also so does King E7.
Yeah, king e7 also makes sense.
What you might not like about King E7 is that the knight now has to guard the B7 check from the rook, because that would be
Mm,
what I would consider annoying.
it's a good thought. Very wise, very forward thinking. That's why he's Joe Bruin.
I'm forward thinking because I'm very much like a pawn.
I guess all chess players are.
All right, he has castled. He's
Castling, yeah, it looks the most natural. Because now
he's
you're not gonna get skewered ever. You're not gonna get checked. You're protecting like the majority of your pawns. But your queenside pawns have been left alone.
he's
They have the knight
flexing
go.
his castle privileges that white
Yeah,
has forfeited. Um,
yeah.
Nate the Great '07 asking what our chess.com ratings are. I actually have a stats command that will tell you the
Oh,
blitz
wow.
and bullet rating of any chess.com username.
Oh, don't do Blitz and Bullet. That's not gonna be good.
Yeah, I should add rapid, shouldn't I?
I mean, I like Rapid, so I'm biased.
I think rapid though is pretty solid for people that are trying to improve.
Mm, yeah.
I play blitz and bullet because I'm retired.
Don't say that.
I'm retired. I'll unretire at some point
When? Do
when
we
I
have to
play my
peer pressure you?
next tournament. You don't have to like I want to play OTB, but I just am not signed up anytime soon.
Are you going to Vegas?
For North American Open, I'm currently not signed up for that, so don't
I
think
mean,
so.
I haven't signed up either, but I'm planning on going.
I'm planning on going to Vegas eventually, but probably not for this month. But
Okay.
I haven't ruled it out yet.
All right. Maybe we peer pressure later. Joe's volume is 50% of mine. Oh, they're saying that your voice is quieter than mine.
So, you know, what I could do is I could talk louder. Or another thing I could do is take your volume down.
Ah,
There's also another option of like just not doing anything, and I might just do that.
that's fair. I think taking my volume down is the option that makes the most sense, but you do you, Joe.
Here's what I would do if I could. I would turn myself up, but unfortunately that was not one of the options given to me because I'm already at max
Mhm.
volume.
You got to turn me down then, Joe. You do it or I'll turn myself down.
Um, well, I mean, looking at my audio levels, you look I think you're fine.
Okay. Well, if I'm fine. Oh, they made a move.
All
What
right.
has happened?
I
Rook D1.
I technically turned you down, but anyways, okay, castled and rook d1. I like rook d1.
Yeah. Smart thinking.
Um,
If it weren't for that pesky knight, we could maybe double on the seventh. I don't know. Rooks are getting active. Maybe we go rook d6 again. Rook 1 d6. What does the computer want?
we might double on d6. Now I know what you're thinking. What's better than a rook on the sixth rank?
Rook on the seventh.
I was gonna say two rooks on the sixth rank.
Oh, okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
but really, you might question like, well, why would we want two rooks on the sixth rank? Well, maybe we want to go to c6.
Mm,
And I know what you're thinking. We're not even threatening to take the knight or take the pawn,
but after a trade,
but we're doing something.
if they take, then it is a fork. But then they can go knight a4, and then we take a pawn, and then they take a pawn. But in that line, our rook isn't hanging at the end. If that happens right now, they go knight a4 now, and then we take a pawn, and they take a pawn. Our rook is hanging. But we just bring our rook up.
Shout out to Dominant Crabette. Welcome.
Hello, dominant Crabette. Hello, hello. Too many rooks on this. Too many rooks. That coffee do be shaking. That's true.
Yeah,
You can see how much the table is shaking by the
it's like
coffee's movement.
there's a T Rex in the playing hall coming nearby.
This is what hard thinking looks like. You know, lover or hater. This is Rook D1 fucking told you, and you don't. What? I didn't see Rook D1 in the chat. My apologies. Congratulations, sir. You
A
win.
little aggressive, but appreciate that enthusiasm. Welcome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay, so I like that the coffee is shaking, arguably due to the energy that the coffee has given her. So the coffee
True.
really is shaking itself.
And we see knight a4 on the board. Okay.
Knight a4. This is what we call a fork in the business,
Yeah.
attacking both pawn and rook. So you will have to decide which one to save. This is like where you have two friends hanging off the edge of a cliff, and you can only save one of them. And you have to
Mm,
decide which one would you rather save, the pawn or the rook.
yeah. It's like Sophie's choice. You can either save the rook and take a pawn, or save the pawn and lose a rook.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. Oh, is Sophie's choice?
I haven't heard of Sophie's Choice.
Oh, it's a movie. It's a really sad movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Um, I don't really, I'm not going to encourage you to because it's sad.
Is it about deciding between a rook and a pawn?
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't want to make that decision either if I was emotionally invested uh,
Yeah.
in the pawn. But luckily, I'm not, and I'm happy to grab a pawn for the pawn. So that's exactly what Rachel has done. She's made her choice, and now we must
Yay.
look as the pawn is about to fall to its eternal doom.
I mean, that was a bad pawn anyway. Did you like that pawn? I didn't like that
Oh,
pawn.
and there it goes. And guess what? Another fork between pawn and rook. But luckily, this pawn has some support. Um, and now this rook has to find a new home. Where would you go with this rook?
Mm, well, knight d5 check is coming, whether we like it or not. So,
It's a good point.
I don't know.
Well,
Do you think trading off one pair of rooks is advantageous to us here? I feel like I would be inclined to do that just because I don't know, just because of vibes. I actually can't put words to the feeling.
the vibes of trading off rooks. Well,
Yeah.
my gut instinct just tells me to put the rook on d7.
Okay.
Especially knowing that knight's gonna get to d5 one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncing put it in a way that I hadn't heard of before, but that is definitely very articulate.
Oh yeah. He stole that from someone. I
He
don't
didn't
know
come up
who.
with that himself.
I don't remember who he got it from, but I think so.
Was it someone uh like that's in the chat right now?
No, it was like a
Is
Amon
it
Hamilton.
a
Okay.
streamer?
Yeah.
I was gonna
I was gonna say John Bartholomew.
I was gonna Okay.
What were you gonna say?
There's like
What?
zero chance that would ever come from John. But uh sorry. John and like Eric Rosen and like Anna Rudolph are like probably the last people I would expect in the chess world to
Coined the phrase.
yeah.
Interesting.
Um shout out to John though.
Yeah. Rook
Anyways,
d7 makes sense. Rook d6 makes sense. But less so now. But I guess we just want to like, I don't know, do things, go places.
I like that Ghost says that he likes that I don't care for lighting, which
You have
is
lighting, don't
funny.
you?
Yeah, I do have lights in my room, plural. Okay, Rook D7 on the board. Rachel busting out some top level moves here.
Rook on the seventh. What could be more natural? And we're probably expecting knight d5 check, yes?
So you know what I like about one rook on the seventh?
Nothing.
No, there's a lot to like about rooks on the seventh. All right, knight d5 check has been played. They call Anushka the prophet.
Yeah. And they call me that for a reason. For reasons, chat.
This is the reason why we brought her on today to commentate. She's really flexing her ability to predict the moves.
Yeah, of the 1400.
In
I can
fact,
do it.
Anushka is our backup plan if the video feed dies. We're going to have her play out the rest of the game.
That would be funny.
You think I'm joking? I'm being dead serious. If the camera feed goes down right now,
Uh-huh.
we're going to have you both finish out the game and finish a cup of coffee.
Okay. I don't drink coffee, so that'll be fun at 7 p.m.
Honestly, it could just be like a soft drink, right? Like that could be soda.
True. In Gilmore Girls, Rory Gilmore, or the actor who played Rory Gilmore, Alexis Bledel, didn't like coffee, so she just had Coke in her cup the entire show. And they drink like hundreds and hundreds of cups of coffee. So,
Well, that works out because I think a lot of people like Coke, especially
hmm.
actors.
Yeah, no clarification needed.
I don't think I have an official opinion on Vladimir Kramnik. Um, but yes, my FIDE does not go by Joe. It goes by my government name, Joseph.
Oh, so it is Joseph.
Yeah, I don't know any Joes whose full name is actually just Joe.
Yeah, that's true. Someone told me one time that your name was actually just Joe. I think maybe it was you. Maybe I just like took you seriously and then ever since then. I
I
think I tried to look up your USCF once and I just typed in like Lee, comma Joe.
It's not gonna happen. But yeah, I it doesn't sound like me to say my real name's just Joe. Um,
Hmm.
but maybe I've said that before. I am known to be somewhat of a jokester from time to time.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, but a lot of people think my real name's Joe Bruin.
Oh, that's funny. I guess if you don't know UCLA, then yeah, it just sounds like a name.
Yeah, I learned actually that Bruin is a Dutch name or a Dutch
Oh.
word. Bruin means brown in Dutch. So a
Hmm.
lot of people have guessed that I am Dutch, but when you find out how short I am, then you realize that there's no way I would be Dutch.
Are Dutch people supposed to be tall?
Yeah,
I don't think that's true.
you don't think that's true?
No.
Dutch people are like infamously tall.
Really?
Somebody like isn't the Netherlands like the tallest? Like what country has the tallest people on average? Okay, Pokebra is saying Dutch are the tallest on average.
Wow, I didn't know that. Tallest in the
Hashtag.
world? That's crazy.
What
Who's
did
the
you?
shortest in the world?
Um, it's a good question.
Did we miss a move? Because she left and it's his turn.
She moved her king out of check, which makes a lot of
Oh,
sense.
oh, oh. Okay.
So the king has ventured back to d2.
Mm.
Reaper, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You're tuning in for Rachel's round six of the Singapore International Open. And one of my favorite moments to commentate here is when both players have gotten up from the board, we can finally see the true battle between both players' chairs.
Mm. Chair stream, woohoo. If we leave, then it'll be a quadruple chair stream.
I don't know if that's ever been seen before.
Probably not. Timor Leste. Oh, is that in Indonesia?
How did this
Or
guy? What? Oh, he's going for the rook trade. He's played rook a8. And honestly, props to him because the a2 pawn looking awfully weak if Rachel were to blunder and trade rooks. That being
really?
said, she could be a little tricky. Trade rooks and then purposely hang the a pawn to back rank checkmate him, ending the game.
Yeah. But it wait, wait, wait. Did you say she would move her king? Because he takes the a pawn with check, right?
Not if she plays king back to the back
Okay.
rank.
Very, very astute.
Boom.
I was trying to zoom in on the time. So it's 23 minutes to 53 minutes right now.
A 30-minute time advantage
It's it's kind of rough.
for the villain.
And we are on move 25. So we have 15 minutes or 15 moves to time control. Just to make 15 moves in 23 minutes. That is not that much more than a minute per move. So actually, uh, I think we can be like mildly concerned.
Oh,
I do wonder. Get up for the clip. Quad chair stream.
I'm
Can we quad chair stream?
all right.
Is that enough? Or do I have to like actually get up? Okay, I'm actually getting up. There we go.
And here we see Rachel's chair is contemplating what move to make.
There's potential back rank issues. I don't know, Joe. I feel like I'm really feeling the time pressure as a problem point here, especially since she's, you know, not seeming to be close to making a
Oh,
move
oh, they're
in the
back.
next. They're back.
Oh, we gotta go.
Okay, they're back.
Welcome in, everyone. That was quite an exciting moment in chess commentary history. We just saw all four chairs deep in thought there for that position, but now the players have returned essentially a vehicle for the chair to make its move.
That's very true. How is the chair to make a move on its own, for it lacks arms and opposable thumbs?
Yes, but the mind is very willing.
She has to be feeling the time pressure now. With increment, that's like 2 minutes per move.
The good news about time pressure is that it pressures you to move.
Theoretically, yeah. Did he
So
point to his moves? You always laugh when your opponent does that. I thought you always laugh when you win, Bouncy. Isn't chess a funny game?
I'm glad 480 called me out on calling myself not that tall. But
Well, compared to what? Compared to Dutch people? Because as I've heard,
I think I don't know what the average Dutch height is for men, but I might be slightly below average in the Netherlands. Anyways, Rook A to A7 played.
okay. Keeping the tension. High level concept. Oh
Wow, and
no.
some fast trades here. That's not looking good for the coffee believers. We're now on move 27. We have 8 moves to go, and she has not made a big dent in that coffee.
No, she has not, Joe, but the position is looking quite nice. Okay.
Holy
H6.
smokes. This man rattling off moves. This is the fastest he's played,
I think he's
including
trying to
from the
flag
beginning.
her. I'm getting that vibe.
I'm not liking his pace, to be honest, but I can respect that he's not wasting time on moves that he probably already knows that he wanted to make. But
Yeah.
h6, he's creating what's called a flight square in the business that prevents any back rank measures. So his rook is now free to leave the back rank as soon as it goes to an open or semi-open file.
Yeah. Man. Also the other upside to H6 is that the knight can no longer, move forward in that direction. Can't even go H4 to F5 because of the pawn on E6. So the knight needs to be rerouted if it wants to attack any of the kingside pawns.
Untrucks asks if players strategically wait for opponents to leave before they make a move. I do like to make moves while my opponent is away from the board. However, I do not wait for my opponent to leave before I make my move.
Yeah. This is on a loop, right? What's on a loop?
Yeah, as soon as this game finishes, we go into an interview and then we loop it. So you'll see them start the game again.
I don't get it. Is that a joke?
No,
Oh.
we've caught ourselves into a never-ending loop. So
Oh.
we're basically like Sisyphus, but commentating and playing chess.
Hmm. My a friend once told me that, you know, you must imagine yourself as Sisyphus, or you must imagine Sisyphus as being two pawns down in a rook end game. That's really trying to hold for the rest of eternity.
You know, I don't know if you tuned in yesterday,
Uh-huh.
but I saw some phenomenal chess being played in this really fun, cool event where all the hippest streamers are playing. It's called the Creator Cup.
Oh,
Smoothly versus Gilby had a insane match. If you missed it, go check it out. It should be saved as a VOD or on YouTube. But
I did not see that.
Smoothly was absolutely crushing in a rook and pawn endgame, and he didn't convert, and Gilby held it to a draw. And then in the next game, Gilby was absolutely dominating the entire game until the very end. He blundered a draw, and then what happened next? You might have to just go find. I don't want to spoil it, but anyways,
Mm.
the finals are gonna be next week. And also, I heard there's a semifinals match that still needs to be played tomorrow, and it's probably two of my favorite contestants. Do you know who they are?
I do not.
Oh, I would hope that you would know because you're one of them.
Oh. Wait, say that again. Come again. I'll be better this time.
Um, Tomorrow there's a really big Creator Cup match.
Oh, it's tomorrow? I
Yeah,
thought it was Wednesday.
no,
I
you're
was literally
right.
just telling someone it was Wednesday. Oh, wait.
It should be, from what I've been told, it's tomorrow.
Okay, okay,
You're
okay,
playing
okay.
against Gremlin
Okay.
at apparently 6:30 Eastern, which I think is 3:30 Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 3:30.
That should be a Tuesday match, not. I mean, I guess you should double check because I might be wrong, but
Okay. Oh, Wednesday, I'm commentating again for Rachel. That's what I was thinking of.
huge.
Yeah. So tune in for her last round, which I will be commentating alone. Maybe I can get Bouncing Across to do it with me.
That would be
Hello, Vlad.
huge. What's up, Vlad? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Rhoda. Shout out to Rhoda, gifting to Joe. Appreciate that. And thank you, Zentherum, for following. Um, Farzi, I don't think I'll be commentating tomorrow, unfortunately. I wanted to, but then I had something come up. I have a friend that's visiting from out of town. But I do stand by saying that Blood Queen and Gremlin are two of my favorite streamers in the event. So that should be a fun one.
Let's go. I can die happy now. I'm one of Joe Bruin's favorites in the event.
Thank you, Farzi.
Yeah,
Um,
Joe says he doesn't have any friends, and then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, enter friend from out of town.
um, yeah, it's just my singular imaginary friend.
Oh, if they're
I'm
imaginary.
just I'm just like hanging out in my room with like a sock puppet that my mom
Okay.
shipped me.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
One of these days I'll forget to turn the camera off when I'm done streaming and you guys will see.
Mm. An
uh,
imaginary friend doesn't even live in your town. That's true. No, but that makes
um,
it easier for him to lie to people about it, you know? Like, where are they? Oh, they don't live here. They live in Canada.
Canada. I would love to go someday.
Yeah,
I heard they play hockey there.
I bet they do.
Have you been to Canada?
I've been to Niagara Falls, which barely counts as Canada. Also, hello, Smoothly. Smoothly. We were just talking about your Creator
Smoothly.
Cup game.
Speaking of amazing Creator Cup streamers, shout out to Gilby who made it to the finals.
Yeah.
Hey, Smoothly, what's up? Didn't see you there. Just
Oh,
kidding. Smoothly, I love you.
it's crazy actually. We were literally just talking about your game.
I yeah,
It's like we spoke it into existence.
I um
Bouncing across, will you commentate with me on Wednesday?
getting called out in the chat live on the spot. You can't really
What?
say no at this point.
That's true. It's
Imagine
like a
how
public
could you
proposal.
say no to Blood Queen? You can't
It's
say
all
no
true.
to a queen. The queen
I
gets
don't
what she
know.
wants.
Depends
Depends
on
on the
what time it
time.
is. Yeah, it's
On
it's at this
Wednesday,
time.
the
You ate
same
absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry.
Smoothly didn't play his best, and yet he was still like actually winning, which is
Really?
impressive. He was winning the first game. He should have won. Second game, he had one of the biggest comebacks of all time, and then he blundered in one move.
Ouch. It's cool that you were looking at the games though, that you're keeping up with them.
I was commentating it.
Oh, you were commentating. Okay.
Yeah,
That's less cool.
it was hard to watch without commentating.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess I think that came out poorly.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to commentate without watching.
Yeah.
It was not hard to watch. It was very exciting to watch.
Whoa, B4. He's making the pawn go.
Dude, he did push that pawn, didn't he?
Yeah. Wait, what did she play before?
Um, her knight made it to d4,
Oh, okay.
attacking the pawn. That's why it pushed.
So fair
It's
and
all
so
coming
real.
together.
Okay, and now it's her turn, and she has like less than 2 minutes to make this move, basically.
No, no,
Um,
she doesn't.
yes, she does. She should be making
She
I mean,
she
average.
has 16 minutes.
But time control.
She can basically use all 16 minutes for this next move because she might have checkmate in one move. She could use all of her time to find it.
That's that would be true. That would make sense. Um,
She
you
could
know.
end it right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just one of those endgame positions. Whenever it gets to like something like this where there's not really like a thing to do, like a tactic or something, and it's just endgame, computers always like just play H4 or like A4, but A4 here is bad.
H pawn it out when in doubt.
Yeah.
It's true. It's all true. It
Yeah.
always has been. Hmm.
H4 preventing G5, which is a, serious threat.
H4, another one of these computer gives it triple zeros.
Yeah.
Computer also likes knight to b5, perhaps going to d6. I actually like that better than h4,
Yeah. It's
but
our outpost.
computer says that knight b5 is worse because you allow g5. So that's why you will start with h4 to prevent g5.
Yeah. If you look at the pawns, actually, you kind of want to play F4 and like support your pawn and also prevent G5, but that hangs a pawn, obviously. So then you want to go like G3 and prepare F4, but then they can stop you kind of by going G5. So then like then maybe
Wow.
maybe you can.
So this is crazy. We want to go F4, but we can't. So we want to go G3, but we can't. So we go
Yeah, so we go
H4
H4 to
so that we
prepare
can play
G3
G3 to play
to
F4.
prepare F4. It's all true.
Brilliant. This is what the pawns want.
Yeah. Come on, Rachel. We believe in you.
Okay, Rachel, she adjusted her pen, so now she's ready.
Yeah, she's thinking about making a move. There's concepts of moves.
Yeah, you can see it. Oh, she just lifted her hand. She lifted her hand even further.
Okay.
Her hand can't
I-
get much higher than that. If her hand gets even higher than that, she might call over an arbiter.
The accidental calling over an arbiter gambit.
That is some deep level theory that I haven't witnessed yet before.
Come on, Rachel. This is some riveting endgame action. I'm actually very invested. I believe.
She's putting her hand against her forehead, perhaps to transfer the thoughts in her mind into her hand.
To transfer them into the pen and then into the score sheet.
I think it's gonna go
Oh,
brain
into
to
the paper.
hand to board, yeah, and then to pen and then to paper.
Okay.
And then we're gonna see it with our eyes, and then it's gonna go from our brains to our hands to our boards.
And that's perception.
And then it's gonna go to the viewer's brains. You
Oh,
know a
I'm
lot
so
about
stressed.
brains, right? Anushka?
Wow. Flip of the century. Yes, I know a little bit.
A little bit.
That pen adjustment is the USCF maneuver. You do that at sub 5 minutes when you're about to put away the score sheet. But here she can't. Wait, what? I don't get it.
What's up, initiative?
When do the viewers take out the pens? True, viewers, if you have score sheets at home, take out your own pens.
Wait,
Transfer the information.
have you guys
It's
not already been writing the moves down on your score sheets at home?
it's good practice.
Isn't that how you guys watch the World Championship games? Like every game at 3 a.m., I'm tuning in with my score sheet and pen.
Joe Bruin's a real one.
Okay, I kid.
I'm so stressed.
I am not being absolutely truthful when I say that. But in all seriousness, there are people that go to like baseball games with like score sheets, right? Like, baseball games have their own annotation.
I did not know that.
So
Isn't
like
baseball famously the most boring sport to watch live?
um
That's
that
sorry, that wasn't supposed to be a
that
dig.
says a lot from a chess player. I'm just kidding. No, I, listen, I'm not gonna say that baseball is the most exciting sport to watch, but there is some sort of analogy to chess in that when we are writing a chess score sheet, each piece has a letter, each square has, a letter and a number.
Hmm.
In baseball, each player has a number. So each play, however the defense fields it, gets recorded. So like I think the pitcher's number one and the catcher's number two and so forth. Um, but yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. Like people can be that into it where they're like, I think the referees are obligated to do that, but fans can do it too. And that is kind of funny actually to imagine chess fans at home with their own score sheets writing down the moves of the games.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Joe. Everything you just said went just one ear out. I was so stressed.
Oh, it's okay. I operate under the assumption that no one's actually listening to me and I'm just kind of rambling on to myself.
Okay, okay. It looks like she's gonna make a move now. Okay, and she played. Okay, Rook A6.
Are you watching this stream?
Yes.
Because you're delaying yourself.
I'm not okay. I'm delaying. Oh, I guess I am delaying myself for the viewers because I'm also delayed going to the viewers. Okay, I will watch the live feed.
Because you're like, all right, it looks like she's about to make a move, but she that already moved.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Get with the times, Anushka. We saw that move ages ago.
Is he gonna blitz something out?
That is a fantastic question. Maybe we can ask him. Let's unmute the video call. Just kidding.
Oh, he
Okay.
did.
He did indeed, and he played rook
Okay,
to
rook
c8,
c8.
occupying the completely open c file.
Yeah,
What was the thought process, though,
cutting
behind
off the
rook
king.
a6?
Oh, rook a6.
Yeah, let's go back. This guy's not get. I think this guy's really laying the heat on the clock right now. He's using the clock as a weapon,
Yeah,
as
clock is a
our
piece.
friend John Bartholomew would say.
Yeah. The idea behind rook a6. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know if I can wrap my head around that one.
Maybe it's that, well, because you can't go to the B file anymore.
Thank
And
you,
you're,
Niall Sam Fisher case. I appreciate you.
she saw rook a4, but she didn't like it, so rook a6. Is that it? Rook a4 threatening knight b5. Rook a4, rook b8, knight b5, rook b7.
Man, knight c6 is now a move. Wait,
Oh wait, sorry.
I'm not following the
No,
logical thought
I meant
process.
knight c6 and not knight b5.
Well, knight b5 was still a good move to get to d6.
Yeah.
And d I
Oh, I
like
was thinking, oh sorry.
no, what were you thinking?
Nothing. I just like try to pile up on the pawn. The computer also thought about king c2 already here because then your king can't be cut off. I think the goal is just like grab pawn, push a pawn, win in game, maybe.
Yeah,
But now it's
I'm just a
difficult.
little confused about the old rook a6 move because I don't see what we gain. Um,
We're gonna have to ask her to explain it to us.
Knight c6 doesn't actually threaten knight e7 because there's a knight there actually. So, okay. Anyways, she goes rook
That's
c6.
chess.
So I guess she was
Okay.
just anticipating the rook coming to c file and she wanted to contest it. But what I don't like is giving up the a file. Well, I guess the rook can come back to c2.
A bit passive,
Yeah,
but it worked.
I liked the rook on the seventh though. The rook seemed naturally placed.
Mm.
And yes, our opponent does take the a file, keeping up the pace, and I think he is sensing the time pressure getting to our protagonist.
The reason I'm looking on the stream, Joe, is because I can't see the time very clearly on the live feed. I
Yeah,
see it
rook
clear on the
c2 has
stream.
been played.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
only move. I'm getting a bit scared.
I don't think Rachel's let her hair down yet, but
Didn't her hair start down?
did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I just remember when I was commenting her last game, she like put it up and down multiple times in the same game.
Mm. I think this is this course of action makes sense. You leave it down until it's go time, and then you put it in sport mode.
Sport mode. Yeah,
Yeah, sport mode.
she needs as much speed as she can right now.
Yeah. I mean, just look at her. She just look more aerodynamic when she's like lifting her arm in the air. It's like you can already tell she's
Imagine
about to what?
just wearing a full like swimmer's outfit, like a like a a head gown or what the diver's cap
Yeah.
to a
Yeah,
chess
like a swim
game.
cap. That's true. That's you can't get much more aerodynamic than that.
Just channeling all your brain power.
Yeah. Imagine wearing an aluminum foil hat to
Or
your next chess game.
like an F1 driver's helmet.
Yeah.
That would probably be like a fair play protocol.
Yeah, I was just gonna make the same joke because of F1.
Wait, what do you because of what do you mean by F?
Well, because there's a hint on the helmet.
The because F1 is a square on the chessboard?
Yeah. What if you can like walk around your friends' games, you come back, you sit at your table, and like King F1 is a good move for them. You tap on your helmet, make eye contact with them, all of a sudden, start the procedure.
I love that that's the joke that you thought I was making.
Is it not? Was that not
My
the most
joke is
natural
that
procedure?
like with the helmet on, you could probably hide stuff in there, like
Oh, okay, that
or
makes
like
sense too.
or like I don't know if they have actual like technology in the helmet.
I mean, you could just be wearing AirPods and no one would be able to know.
It's
Oh
another
my
good.
God.
No, the whole F1 square was too deep of a joke for my mere mortal brain.
It's okay, don't
Okay,
worry, you'll get there one day, Joe.
we
Okay.
were having what some would call an attack on the A pawn.
All right. You're attacking
Two
the pawn.
two pieces defending only by one. However, knight c6 perhaps could be an alternative solution.
That's true. By moving the knight, they have given up defense over the b4 pawn, which can be attacked in two ways. Rook b2, knight c6.
Well, rook b2 I'm not the biggest fan of because rook takes a2 will win our pawn and pin the rook to our king.
That's true, actually. Why does the
And
computer like rook b2?
similarly, knight c6 doesn't quite work because knight takes a2 also defends the b pawn.
Wait, I'm confused. So rook b2 takes. Can you play king c2 here? No.
It
Rook
just
takes
wants to
a2.
take on a2. How sad. But I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, they're not really
Yeah.
keeping this pawn advantage. It looks like our game is dwindling to a draw.
Hmm.
Perhaps we could have speculated this sooner.
Bruh.
I mean, I don't know, dude. They're just
Every
trading so much.
this
I
is
don't think Rachel's ever gonna play an Alpin again.
chess one played perfectly. It's a draw.
Rachel's
Goodbye,
gonna be like,
Jin.
why did I play c3? Kate, take care, DJ.
I don't know. Do you like games like this? I played a game like this, but I lost it. But like the whole game was like basically like I don't know,
Just trading
just
down.
yeah, basically. And I was the most upset after that game than I had been after like any other game. Like I almost quit chess. I was like yelling at bouncing across in the
Oh
corner.
no. What's up, Relax Robbie? Good to see you. Shout out to Robbie. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, she has played Rook B2. That's actually
Okay, she's
wild
calculated it.
to me. Um, but okay. Anyways, probably she'd be okay with the draw considering the time situation, but I don't think she's gonna be happy. She might just be like you and start yelling at bouncing after she. Well, I don't think she's gonna lose this game, so there's some light at the end of
Yeah,
the tunnel.
yeah.
But I have definitely played a game where I'm up against someone a bit underrated than me, like a bit lower rated, I should say. And
Hmm.
I'm like halfway through the game and I realize I'm like, dude, I'm actually kind of worse off. And I've traded off like way too much stuff. Like, this is actually a problem. Like, I should have maybe used a little bit more time earlier to try to keep material on the board and try to complicate the position to actually fight for a win. Because
Yeah.
now I'm like kind of stuck in a slightly worse position with not a lot of material to like make any changes. So I'm like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
really just kind of fighting for a draw here. Like that's kind of sad because I was really expecting to win. And I got into this interesting position where I put all my pieces attacking a pawn that was like sufficiently defended, but
Mm-hmm.
then opponent like made one blunder and put himself into like a huge pin and just lost a rook. And like we both
Mm.
had still like an hour left on our clocks, and I was like, oh my god, I totally
That's
dodged a
painful.
bullet. Yeah.
Painful for him.
Hi
Yeah,
Riley.
that's what happens when you pin it and then win it.
Pin it to
Hello,
win it. That's
Riley.
true. Shout out to Riley, one of the famous
You're
VIPs.
Riley.
Rachel's asking how, or Riley's asking how Rachel's odds are looking. And to be fair, I'm
Odds
currently
to what?
speculating that it looks like it's going to be a draw. So, not great for Rachel because she had the white pieces. She has like almost 300 elo favorite. Whoa, knight takes. Black
Knight takes was the top move, but I didn't understand why.
Black's trying to hold on to the material advantage that they have.
It looks very precarious. Like
So,
what to do now after like a
like
knight c6 type
knight
move?
c6 is a good question. We are attacking a pawn.
Defend laterally. Okay, and then now what if I just go king c2 and I get in there? Once rook
Go
a6,
go
dislodging,
but now we take said pawn.
and then this is
They
losing
just give
because we get skewered.
no, but we can block with the rook.
Oh, that's true.
Rook check, rook block. They just want to trade. And and
And our
king
king is
oh,
far.
king h7 is just winning. Is
Our king
wild.
is too far
Our
away.
king is
Really?
too
This is
far.
losing? It's a 4-on-4. Can't we hold?
No, because our king is too far.
But why? I don't understand.
Because they're
What if
wait.
what if we go after the guys?
Yes, let's keep asking questions and making moves.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go
Wait,
back.
let's bring the king in. No, 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 no,
Oh,
no. I
are you
wanted to, I
serious?
was yes, that was me. That was me being as serious as one could be
Oh,
because I was
okay. I thought
quite
you were
intrigued.
joking.
No.
Okay. Take here. Okay, so this was the point.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, this was not the
Takes
point. Defend,
well, okay,
bring
okay.
king, and then here
Luring our
so that our
king
king
away.
is as far away.
And now we mistakenly, foolishly take trade, simplify into king
King
and
so
pawn endgame.
far.
And now their king enters king g6. I'm playing king d4
Okay. King d4.
if I were to be given the option. King
Okay.
here, and now what?
I would go
g3.
g3. Yeah.
Yes, but now rook
G5
c5.
preventing f4, an idea that we have seen
Oh,
but previously
we're
in the
gonna get
game.
zugzwanged.
Wow.
We're just gonna get absolutely zugzwanged.
And now what do we do? What is there to do? Push pawn.
Take care, Riley. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
h4 only move.
And then and then and then
And
and then
now
and then they're getting in there.
we're cooked, chat.
Can't keep this pawn.
Oh
Can't keep the
no,
pawn to
you
save
can
our
see
lives.
the devastation on Rachel's face.
That's really sad. Okay,
She
well.
saw this millennia ago.
So, all right. So what happened?
I wouldn't have the stomach to sip my coffee either.
He played knight takes and then what happened?
Nothing's happened. Oh,
Oh, nothing's happened. Okay.
wait. Oh,
Oh, she
she
played
did
knight
play,
c6.
yeah, she did play knight c6. What else, as they say.
What else? What else? There's no bishops.
Hello, Nathaniel. Is opponent underrated? Well, currently opponent is playing well, so perhaps.
Rook a4 and then rook a6 is kind of a high level idea. You know,
Yeah,
provoking the king to walk further away from the king side.
yeah,
But
very
it doesn't.
impressive if the players had seen the king and pawn endgame.
Yeah.
How many moves ahead was that? That was like
Rook
44 moves or something. That's like 12 moves from now.
I would not know that I guess if you just count, so if the king is on c2 and everything else gets traded and then he has to take on b2, and you can see that you go h7, you just count who gets the e pawn the fastest because you got to go here and then here and then here and then here. And like yeah, it does look like you're gonna have a hard time defending this pawn and also keeping this, these guys stable.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Is that a reference?
Maybe.
Oh, interesting.
Right now, in skiing terms, she's French frying when she should have pizzaed.
Thank you, Joe. Um, anyway.
This is why I'm not invited to commentate back again. This is...
Yeah, she was like, no more Joe Bruin, no more. There's too much Joe Bruin on the internet.
Oh, it's true. It's so true.
Opponent is making a good use of his 35-minute time advantage.
Yeah.
And we're still what move are we on? We're on move 33. Okay, so coffee believers, it's Jover for you,
No,
pretty much.
she could chug it in any move.
I don't think
Also,
her.
I like that you're shouting out the coffee. You yourself are the coffee believer. You're the one that voted.
I did that. No, no, no. I don't believe. Okay, I'm not a coffee believer. You can't put that
You're
emotional
just
weight on
a
me, Joe.
you're just Gamba.
Yeah, I saw an opportunity for it. It was 10 to 1 odds. I can't not take that. What am I supposed to, that's I'm losing money every time I don't. I also thought Rachel was the type to like, oh, I got coffee in the cup, now I have to drink the coffee, but I was mistaken.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would also have taken those VODs, but I also believe that she would have because last game I saw she had like multiple cups of coffee, but today she's been sticking to her water, and
Hmm.
maybe that's why she's down a pawn.
God. We should tell her that in the postmortem. We should be like, next game, more coffee, more high tea. No, but she played really high tea this game. There just were like limited, I don't know. There were options to get like slight advantages, but there was never like a real opportunity to like knock out, destroy this guy, which is rough.
Riddell, thank you for the follow.
The coffee is free, the CPD is unlimited. No, 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 but you can't waste food, right? That's the thing. What's her
Rach,
score? 2.5 out of 5. Sorry.
yeah, Rachel's currently 2.5 out of 5, so completely even score, and she's on pace to keep it even. I think she's going for 3 out of 6.
Yeah,
She doesn't necessarily want to overachieve, right?
that's true.
Like
Keep it at a
winning,
nice, humble.
winning is kind of overrated. That's
His
why
opponent
that's
can
why
score.
I lose a lot.
I think that's really nice, Joe. His opponent based on score, I would assume so.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
Swiss.
yeah. Okay. Good night, Poker
Yeah,
Bras.
take care, Poker Bros. Thanks for tuning in. Always good to see you. Appreciate you. And Jeremiah asking, is it coffee or tea? It could still be Coke. We're not sure.
Yeah. Free Coca-Cola, that's some insane CPD actually.
Well, the World Championship apparently sponsored by Google, so the Singapore International Open, maybe they have a sponsor.
What's the coolest chess company or chess tournament sponsor that you've ever seen?
Um,
Thank you, Poker Bras.
well, to be honest, Google is a pretty cool sponsor, right? I mean, can we give FIDE a little bit of credit there?
No, Google is a really cool sponsor. I'm a big Google fan. Okay, you don't have to tell me twice.
I think Rubik's Cube is
Oh,
sponsoring
that's
some
cool.
stuff, maybe.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that's very
Tina.
cool.
Um, I don't know. Clearly, this event was not sponsored by DGT, though.
Hmm.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
All right, well, the opponent did not find the rook a4 move. In fact, they cut their king off from any h7 activities and allowed for
Ooh.
knight takes b4. And now, after the trade of knights, which we do see, the skewer is not as good because it doesn't force a rook trade. It allows the king to be able to get to defend the f pawn. So rook a2 is not that good. So rook a4, missed opportunity for black, perhaps, and this game is still in the air.
Hmm. That's a really interesting concept. I like it wouldn't be my intuition to go around through h7, you know. I'd be like, "Oh, I wish I pushed my f pawn," or like I have to go like to the center this way. But going towards h7 is actually the fastest way to get to the center of the board because the important square is f5.
Yeah, that's definitely much faster than like going to the center traditionally because the
Yeah.
pawn it does a really good job of keeping out these squares from the king. The king would have to come all the way here to get to this pawn, but yes, your king was already,
Yeah.
3 squares away, right? Just three
Yeah.
moves away. So king f8, move in the wrong direction, and the opponent really could have tried to hold on to the b pawn a little bit longer. Not able to fully save it, but able to lure the king in away from where all the pawns are going to be in this endgame.
Yeah. It's a cool learning moment for anyone who's similarly rated to me in the chat. Pawn
Or
endgame
or me.
or Joe
I
Bruin.
think
If you're rated to either of us,
Anushka is really the same level as me for sure.
all true.
Now, I would say if you're getting closer to balancing's level, then you're probably not learning that much.
That's true. Although bouncing across would have to tell us himself if that's the case. Man,
Bouncing has exceeded the rating threshold to commentate for this match.
but no title. Still mogged.
Ooh, it's okay. He has the title of really good chess player in my book.
That's true. You're learning that you lost points because of coffee.
So
That's on you, man.
wait, are we on move 35 right now?
We're the next move. Oh, actually, yeah. Rachel has played move
Wait,
35.
what? Where?
No, they played
What
knight takes
line
a2.
do we need to promote? I thought I promoted this line already. It's not rook
And
a4, but
then
just king here.
king
Yeah.
f8. Yeah, and then takes, takes, takes. Okay, so
Okay.
35
Yep.
moves have been played.
We are officially on move 35.
Why does that keep happening?
Dude, yeah, I'm like promoting the line, right?
Oh,
Knight takes.
okay, I will leave it to your hands.
I'm gonna try to promote the moves that have actually been played.
Those moves were not played.
No, this is right. Right? This is
No,
the
it's
current
not.
position on the board? No?
No.
What?
No, the rooks are on the board.
Okay, your board is not my board then.
Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is right. What's currently on the board right now?
Where did the rooks go?
I don't know.
Wait, are you
They're...
looking at this stream or something?
No, no, no. I was looking at this board, but you promoted the
What do
rook
you
takes a2 line, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened.
no. All right.
What's the move here
We
for
seem
white?
to
Rook
be caught
e4.
up, but I am going to pay out this prediction. She still
Okay.
has coffee in that cup, and we are past move 35. So, to all the naysayers, all two of you, primarily Air Roden, congratulations. You just won some of Blood Queen's points.
Painful.
And now, perhaps, time for the real prediction.
He's really thinking. He's
Oh,
like
I think he
tanking.
just offered a draw. What was
He
that?
did?
He put his hand out. I don't know. Someone in chat that was paying more attention tell
Yeah, I
me.
think he did offer a draw.
She didn't really react though, or seem to at least, so I'm not sure.
I mean, you don't have to, right? You can just react by making a move and that's declining. Or you can spend all your time thinking and then accept.
Oh, they shook hands. My
Okay.
prediction for who wins was not going to make it through in time anyways. So,
All right, chat.
wow.
No sat.
So what had just happened? Rook a5, rook e4, king e7, draw offer, and draw accepted. And
Damn.
there you have it, round six in the books. Rachel is 3 out of 6, a perfectly even score. Probably not the result she was hoping for in this game. A c3 Sicilian that she played with the white pieces and unfortunately got into a worse position and held for a draw at the end. And we're going to see if she's going to join us for an interview after this.
After the break.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I've always wanted to say that though.
This is a great time to shout out our sponsors, Blood Queen.
That's me.
Thank you for spending your time and energy in providing your valuable insights. Tell us a little bit more about how this partnership between you and Rachangel225 came about.
Rookie DM'd me on Instagram and he was like, you want to commentate some games? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to commentate some games. And then we made group chat and then we, you know, download background and text Joe Bruin and it's all theory.
That's incredible. And that just goes to show to everyone out there that your dreams of commentating for Rachel can also become a reality.
They
So
really can.
now that
We have movement.
Rachel has turned her camera off, so it's a great time for me to really flex this scene that I made of me and Blood Queen.
Ooh,
So, hello
scene
everyone.
transition.
I'm gonna try my best to create this scene, but also add Rachel to it. So
Ooh,
stay
okay.
tuned. It's gonna be a little bit of a mess, all right? But we're gonna work our way through it, and I'm gonna do my best to bring Rachel's camera for an interview.
I'm excited. I wonder what her thoughts are gonna be. Could go any which way.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her if she has much experience with the Alapin and
Hmm.
see, because I suspect that she's not used to the knight c3 move that really led to a lot of the trades, the queen trade, the worst pawn
Hmm.
structure in the end, and getting into that end game. Because I think this is a very valuable game for learning some opening theory, how to play against a Sicilian if you're gonna go for a c3 line. Because
Hmm.
that trade was not favorable for her. She needed to play queen e2 or castle before playing knight c3. So that's something that I want to ask her about. Do you have any questions for her, Blood Queen, or chat?
I want to ask her what the idea. I mean, Rook A6. The point was Rook C6. I guess we know what the point of it was. Yeah, I don't have many questions. I don't know. To me, she played that game really well. So, um, yeah, I'll
So
ask her about the coffee.
coffee is obviously a huge point of contention. A lot of drama that it stirred up in the chat. Definitely want to
Yeah,
make sure we touch on those topics.
yeah.
Um, I want to ask her if she saw this rook a4 defense that they could have put on. Maybe test
I
her
mean,
in-game ability there a little bit.
yeah, that's true. I don't think I would have seen that given 100 billion years. 98% coffee banter, 2% chess questions. That's what you can expect from the triple Bruin FaceTime or Discord call.
Yes.
I am playing tomorrow, in Creator Cup.
Yes, hello, Phil. All right. Um, Rachel is on the way. She's given us word that it
He
will take
has.
a second. So if you count a second, that's how much time Rachel has been asked to give.
I feel like we've been lied to, Joe.
Have you counted a second yet?
Yeah.
Really, I didn't. It hasn't. I haven't counted it yet, so
Maybe you should get on that.
I'll get to it in a second.
Yeah. Oh, she's calling.
All right. Bear with me, chat. The call is gonna get messed up.
Hello.
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 I mean, I'm trying to find a spot where there isn't very many people. Give me a sec.
Okay.
How was the stream?
It went swimmingly. Everyone was really invested in your game, and so were we.
No, I think I hung a pawn on like move. I don't know. What was it, like 5? When I played knight c. What was it? Knight c3 on move 8, and then I think he could have like I don't know. He could have played queen a5 at some point and then won the pawn back. And I
Yeah,
was like,
knight c3 was not fantastic.
I should have castled, and then for the next like 20 minutes, I was like, why did I play that? I was like, okay, I'm gonna claim compensation somehow. But then he didn't even take the extra pawn back. So
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, have you played the knight c or pawn c3 like Alpen against the Sicilian before?
yeah, no, I played it. I played it a solid amount. I just like I don't know. I just blanked. I didn't like. Yeah, I did not play the opening correctly at all.
Yeah, you were mentioning queen a5 blundered a pawn at some point. I don't know if you have a board pulled up or if you're looking at the stream,
Yeah.
but I think Blood Queen's looking through the game right now.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is actually if they are you talking about like after you play DE, they go queen a5 and it's a fork? Or are you talking about
Uh,
before then?
there were a lot of things. I think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
after DE, but also before it could you could have just played queen a5.
Mm. After DE, it says to just castle, and if they take the pawn, then you can like get your rooks out with tempo, and I
Yeah.
guess you have compensation there.
That's
Um,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, take back with the e pawn, and then if they play queen a5, I'll just castle, and then just they take on c3, and then I just like play from there.
mm,
Or sorry, no, wait, sorry, queen a5, and then I would have played like bishop d2, and then they take on e5, and then I castle, and then I like I don't know have more development or something. I don't know. That was the best I could come up with.
okay, I think this is the line she's talking about. So, is this the line? Takes? No,
You don't
it's
allow
definitely not.
c3 to fall with check.
Is it just, oh, so here this takes, takes castles, I think.
Knight
Oh, wait,
takes isn't great because our bishop's hanging.
this is not good.
It wanted castle before bishop b2 is what it's saying.
That's hard to play.
Or it's even saying queen b3, but okay. Um,
It's very difficult.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a great position. I think
Yeah.
your problem was you played knight c3 either too soon or too late. So,
No, I think I should have castled before knight c3, and then I would have been fine.
yeah, exactly. Right. So, uh
They're just like a stupid opening mistake, and then after that, I was like, I'm worse.
so I love to play the c3 Sicilian. I play the Alpin like pretty much against every Sicilian all the time,
Me too.
every time.
Yeah.
What I learned is I made a similar mistake actually, but the reason why knight c3 isn't great is because it helps open up the d file after they trade knights, and then they could take on e5, right, with their d
Yeah.
pawn. But how they played it, they didn't play d6 right away. They played e6 first, and I found that that is a good time to play knight c3 because they can trade, but they're not threatening to take on e5 anytime soon.
Okay. So you're saying before instead of bishop c4 there. I'm trying
Um,
to join.
so right after they play e6, when you played knight f3, I think knight c3 is also a good move. That's a good time to get that move in
Oh, interesting.
because
Okay.
they haven't played d6 yet and they can't capture on e5, so you're not worried about the trade on c3. But otherwise, like you said, castling would have been very solid still. The computer also likes queen e2 as a move. But yeah, after knight c3, you kind of
Oh,
let black take initiative, and from here you're fighting an uphill battle.
yeah.
So
No, I feel like there were a lot of okay moves, and then this one like less good line, and then that's what happened. Yeah.
yeah. And then we got to an interesting point actually where they take your a pawn and you're going after their b pawn, right? With rook
Yeah.
b2. Uh, we wanted to ask after knight c6 that you played, they have this move rook a4.
Yes.
Did you have anything calculated there?
Um,
Trying to hold on to that pawn.
I'm gonna play. Wait, I'm looking at this stream. Uh, I think I was gonna play. Hold on, the stream is not working. I'm pretty sure I was thinking about King C2. I don't know if that works.
Yeah,
But it's a
Or
cool line.
I think that's what we also were looking at, king c2.
yeah.
And then if they play king h7,
No, rook a6 first, I
okay.
thought. And then you provoke
Okay.
them to take.
So king c2, rook a6, and then
Yeah.
would
And then
you
if you take
take
the
yeah,
pawn,
take on b4, rook check.
so yeah, and you have to block.
I guess we're just
Because
showing
the
her
point of
at
oh,
this
oh,
point.
are we asking questions?
Who knows at this point? I
Okay.
obviously this wasn't played, and I don't know if Rachel had any look into this line.
Yeah. But it's so cool
Um,
because
yeah.
there's one tempo.
So I guess yeah. So rook a4 defending their b pawn. Then we play king c2, trying to bring the king in, and then they go rook a6, attacking our knight, but also hanging the b pawn. Would you take the b pawn?
Okay, I think this stream after. Okay, so you're saying after Rook A6 here, would I play Knight takes
Yeah,
B4? Is that your?
yeah. I don't know if
Is there
you.
like a tactic I'm trying to find?
There's no tactic. It's
Just what
just
I would do here hypothetically.
yeah. Or it's just like end games, I guess. Because they moved your king to c2, right? The point of going rook a4 to a6 is like they drew your king to c2, which is like far away from everything else. So now it's a different end
Right,
game.
right. Yeah, I thought like while I still had my A pawn, I don't know if Rook A6 was okay. I guess we'll wait. Let me look at this. But I guess like before, while I still had my A pawn, I was like, if I could trade rooks, my king is like way more active than his king, so I could probably win. But then once I lost the A pawn, I was like, okay, never mind. I don't know what to do anymore. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know what I would do here.
It's poisoned.
I would lose, is what I would do here.
So yeah, I guess if we're asking you about it, it's probably a significant
Knight
moment.
takes. Okay, wait. Knight takes B4, and then let's see. Uh, yeah, I probably. I mean, with the time I had, I would have taken on B4. I think.
I would also probably take, but
Yeah.
it's no bueno because then they trade knights. You take with the rook, and then they check you on a2. It's a
And you
skewer
can't go to e3 anymore.
because your
You
king's
have
on
to block.
c2. So you block on b2. You trade into this rook or
And then
this
my
king and
king
pawn
is just way
endgame.
too far away.
And this is
Yeah.
losing because king h7, and you're gonna get zugzwanged in like a million moves,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna lose a sad king
Which is
and pawn endgame.
insane. This is I don't know. It was not my intuition that this was losing for white. So it's kind of crazy.
Because our king can make it back to d4, but no further.
Yeah.
Damn.
It feels like there should be some like pawn construction that's like maybe okay and you hold, but
No,
yeah.
the opponent did not go king h7. In fact, they didn't even find rook a4.
Yeah, they went king
So
f8.
yeah,
Rawr.
they played king f8, going in the wrong direction, and uh, really shortly after offered a draw, which Rachel took. And now, Rachel, you're 3 out of 6. How do you feel so far
Yeah.
about your performance, and how many rounds do you have left?
Definitely the longest tournament I've ever played in. It's like 9 rounds, it's like a week long. Most of the or like at least over half the days are just one game a day, which is nice because then I can like do other things for the rest of the day. But uh, overall, I mean, I don't know. I think like general consensus among the people I've talked to here is that like a lot of people are underrated. I don't know. We're all losing a lot of rating. I'm certainly losing a lot of rating. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm not particularly happy about it, but it's not terrible either. I think the other game you commentated, Joe, I like that game a lot. I think that's my favorite game so far. Um, I think I just want to play like interesting games. I feel like this game was like by far the most boring game out of
Well,
all of them. So
yeah, you
hopefully next round I'll play something more exciting. But yeah, kind of disappointed with this one. Um, Definitely was hoping for something more exciting, um, and just like played the opening terribly. So
yeah,
now I know.
you messed up with knight c3 early on, and that kind of set yourself up not well for the
Yeah.
future. So, I think any of those opening moves that you're offering trades, especially when there's a lot of trades, I think especially if you can see that you're opening the default for like a queen trade, that's something that you kind of have to double check, right, before you offer. So, I think it's a good learning
Do you think E
experience.
takes D5 was a, or sorry, wait, what was it? D takes E5 was a mistake. Also,
I think you should have traded. I think you should take with a knight first and then take back with the pawn.
okay.
And not that that really. I think the mistake that you should more so focus on is playing knight c3, right? Allowing for
Oh
that
yeah, no.
sequence
That
of
knight
trades.
C3. After that, I was like, wait, that was such a terrible
Yeah,
move.
yeah,
And
and
then for like the next like 30 minutes, why did I play that so
yeah,
easily? I'd spent like 1 minute more, just like you know,
yeah.
let's
Just
just make sure this is fine. Yeah,
castling first, getting the queen off the d file, and then playing knight
yeah.
c3 later. I think would help. Um, But yeah, the game in round two I think was really really good. That was really fun. It was quite the treat. But this game, maybe not your best, but still was a lot of fun to commentate. Obviously, we really boosted the commentary bar with adding Anushka. Um, Really fun. A lot of people were pointing out this is a all Bruin squad here, which is pretty
Oh
cool.
It's
yeah.
true.
Um, and
Go
then
Bruins.
we also had a lot of fun speculating on your drink.
Your coffee.
So I know last time I commentated, we had a lot of comments about the carpet. This time we had a lot of comments about the coffee. So tell us,
Uh,
how was the coffee?
was it bad? Was it really bad?
Um, I mean, they provide coffee and then also milk in a teapot, and then also tea, which you could also put milk in, which is a
Um,
massive upgrade from most tournaments where they just provide water. So,
yeah, they
if
tone
it's
up.
free, take plain. So, also, the round was early this morning, so definitely needed that. Um, yeah.
Yeah, Joe had a prediction going for whether you would finish the coffee by move 35. So me and a couple of other people lost a lot of points on the gambling. It was
Saying
my
that I
fault.
would have it.
Yeah, I was
When
a coffee.
when Blood Queen says that she lost a lot of points, she lost like maybe 180 points or something.
Hey, my points are important to me, okay?
That's
That's
yeah.
that's currency. That's real money
Well,
in my heart.
Appreciate that. Anywho, Rachel, do you have another game later today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, best of luck on that one moving forward. We're all very excited to see how you do. You have 3 rounds left. They're gonna be your best games you've played yet. I just know it. So I wish you the best
You
of
played
luck.
really well this game too. You should be proud of how you played most of that game.
Yeah, I really liked your rook
I
I
don't
know
d6
know.
draw is
move.
like whatever, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's so sad that the opening was, yeah, if when I lose or draw, because it's like, I don't know if either of you guys saw, okay, it was like middle of the night for you guys, so never mind, but the game I played yesterday, it was like a lot of stuff going on, and like, I lost in the end, but it was like, he just like outplayed me. And those kind of losses, I'm like, okay, that was nice. But just like basic opening mess ups, it's a little bit more hurtful to me. I was like, why did I do that? But yeah,
Well,
at least I didn't.
yeah, you came out of a bad decision with a draw, right? It could have been maybe punished a little bit worse, but to what Blood Queen was saying, you really played well despite that. I think you took a long think and ultimately traded and you held a worse position and like I was saying, rook d6 was a really good move by you to go for that activity, and you know, like your opponent also played well. So, and to your credit, as you were saying, I think some of the opponents here are definitely underrated. Um, so it could be definitely a tough tournament, but overall, I still think one bad move, you played really well otherwise.
Thank you. Yeah, some of the other streamers are also losing rating, which makes me feel a little bit less bad. But I can only play in so many B-Day tournaments since the U.S. is you have to be a little bit higher rated to play in B-Day tournaments. But it's okay.
Also in the US, they would cram this like week-long tournament into like one weekend. So,
yeah.
and they
Oh
probably
yeah.
wouldn't have the coffee or the tea or the milk.
Yeah.
Oh no.
3 day
Definitely
schedule.
or the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Planning on going to Vegas at all? I know that's one of the tournaments where they cram it.
I'm
Anushka.
planning on going. I'm trying to peer pressure Joe Bruin into going if you want to help me.
Well, I've been told that people might be going in June.
He lives in
Wait,
St.
Yeah,
Louis.
I left LA, unfortunately, so it's a little harder. Although I'm planning on going back for holidays, so we'll
yeah.
see.
Oh,
You could drive.
if you're in LA, then there's no.
There's no
If you're in St.
excuse.
Louis,
Okay. Well, we'll see. I haven't ruled it out yet. But
okay.
anyways, yeah, Rachel, it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure as well to
Thank you.
commentate with Anushka. I think this is my last commentary for this tournament, so I want to especially wish you good luck in the last 3 games.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for doing this.
Yeah. I'm excited to see your round 9 game. And good luck on the rest of your tournament.
Thank you. I'm gonna be so tired, but at least like the last one. So
Yeah.
You got
Good
this.
vibes. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And
Keep
Bouncing
up the
saying
energy.
the 6 out of 9 dream is still alive, so you could win the next 3 games in a row and finish 6 out of 9.
It's so
Yeah.
winnable.
Yeah, I guess so. And there's a blitz tournament afterwards, so
Oh
maybe
yeah,
I'll play
fun.
in that. Yeah.
You think Ding or Gukash would sign up for that?
Could sign up? What?
Yeah, for the Blitz.
What kind of question? What kind of question is that? How is okay? Anyway,
My bad. Sorry.
I'm not sure if you guys saw Katarina like asked a question to Ding about like the Ding chilling meme, and then all of a sudden like on chess.com and chess base India and everywhere they reposted.
Oh, I saw that, but I didn't know it was Katarina. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we just
I
got
don't
a
know if you
raid from Gremlin. Blood Queen's
huh?
Woo!
next opponent in the Creator. Rachel, have you been
It's
following
all
along
true.
with the Creator Cup?
I was actually gonna play in it, and then they were like, it's 2 to 4 a.m. Singapore time. And I was like, never mind. So,
That's right.
not really, just because I haven't been able to watch any of them live.
Well, maybe tomorrow you can tune in for Blood Queen's match against Gremlin, which is one of the most anticipated matchups of all time.
All right,
Of
Joe
all
Berman.
time,
Let's calm
wow,
down with the glazing.
of
I'm just
all
saying.
Please
time.
please don't watch.
Oh, yeah,
It's also during your rounds, so yeah,
Oh, it's during my round. Oh,
rough.
yeah,
I
I'll
think
be there.
so. Yeah.
Blood Queen didn't even know it was tomorrow, so
Well, I know now, and that's what matters.
Gremlin said she just had a pure L stream, but you have to get the L's out of the way
Let's
before you get
go.
some dubs. And that's exactly
No,
what
no, no, no,
Rachel
no.
has done here with today's draw.
Oh, that's true. You're also you could, it's like a little.
A cleanse,
Well, I was
if
gonna
you.
say like, yeah, you're only playing other people that are 3 out of 6, so you know anything's possible.
True.
Yeah.
That's what I thought today. I was like, okay, he also has 2.5. So yes, this is true.
Turns
As
out
long as
you
it's
guys
not
are
a
well
little,
balanced.
as long as it's not
Oh
a kid.
yeah.
There was a little kid next to me, like diagonally across from me, who kept like running around and fidgeting, and I was like, and he was like maybe 3. There's
3?
no, there's so many. Like, there's this little girl who came up to look at my game a couple times, and like I don't think she was much taller than the table, like maybe like a head taller than the table. I was like, how are you playing this? How are you? Yeah,
That's
too many little kids who are just too good, and I'm so scared of them.
well,
Yeah, you
okay.
can't be
Here's
scared.
hoping that you don't get paired against a little kid. No little kids. Everyone spam no little kids.
No, no, don't
No
worry
little.
about it. Kid or no kid, you're gonna do well. I believe in you. Just have a little confidence in yourself. Double check the captures, right? The trades, easy to calculate,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're gonna rock it tomorrow. You're gonna or it's later. It's gonna be tomorrow for us, but you're gonna rock it later today. Round 7. It's lucky number 7. Dubs only from here on out, I believe. And
These are logical statements.
with that, I think I'm gonna send everyone off on a radar. Are you gonna keep streaming Blood Queen?
I might stay on for a little bit because I think I might as well.
Well, there you have it,
I don't know.
folks. We're raiding Blood Queen.
Okay, well, we could also raid into Rachel and then Rachel raid into, a
Rachel's
little like
only
flow.
Rachel's streaming
I'm
through me right
Oh,
now.
oh, that's true.
I'm already starting my raid, so Rachel can raid you
Okay,
too.
okay.
the next round is by for I can't speak. Commentated by Anna Cantain. I don't know if I'm saying if it's
Cantan.
Cantain or Canton.
Oh, yeah. I
But
don't know.
it's like 23 something. So
Amazing. Yeah, everyone loves Cantana.
Yeah,
Cantana.
Cantana.
yeah.
So
So
we're all
hopefully,
gonna look forward to that. Stay tuned. Follow Rachel if you haven't already. Shout out to Rachel.
It's true.
She's the
Shout out
one in the
Rachangel,
middle. She's the important one.
the
W's
one
in
you've been
chat.
looking at for the whole game.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, you guys, what time is it there? Oh, is
Like
it
8:30.
8:30? Okay.
8:30 for
Yeah,
Anushka.
for
It's
me.
10:30 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah. And 12:30 for me.
yeah.
Bruins
Okay.
worldwide. Let's go.
I know. We're
um.
scattered.
Okay.
Soon to be my Bruins, but I guess Joe's already an alumni, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old.
We're almost old. We're getting there.
Enjoy it while you guys can. All right, my stream's rating.
Right.
Okay.
All right,
Are you
bye.
gonna get Okay, goodbye.
What am I gonna what?
No, I was gonna ask Rachel, are you gonna like get some food? Because you're probably hungry. Yeah.
Nah, more importantly. But
Okay. That's also fair.
yeah.
Okay. You should be happy with your game. Don't I know it feels bad, but like logically just know that you played really well. That was still good chess, even if it was boring. chess one played perfectly.
It's a draw.
Yeah, it was a draw.
Both played perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Different font.
You basically played perfectly.
Basically, yeah.
It's a draw, so I mean, no other explanation.
Logically.
Yeah.
One of us would have lost that if we.
Anyway.
We're not. We're gonna ignore that.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. I will join. Or okay, we're waiting.
I've already sent
Waiting,
my.
I know.
I ended my stream.
We can also okay. We can divert the raids
Do
to
I need
whomever.
channel?
You need a
Also, I'm
mod.
sorry. Oh, wait. Were you guys able to? Okay, it looks like you guys were able to change the title. Sorry about that.
One of
Oh,
your
yeah,
one
it's
of your
all good.
mods was able to. Yeah, I unfortunately am not able to.
Yeah.
That-
Oh, hello.
Shout out to Robbie.
You guys can't hear the phone call. I'm just realizing that my stream is just hearing me talk to no one, like I'm schizophrenic.
No,
Which
we
is
can
fine.
all hear each other.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's because of the restream.
What do you mean? Oh,
It's
did you
'cause
turn
you
on
set
your
it up.
stream? Yeah, you're
No,
gonna.
no, no. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to stream from my own OBS.
Yeah, but what were you confused about?
Because I'm still live.
Because I'm streaming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
stop.
but you're.
All
Oh,
right,
okay. I
Rachel sent
understand. I
her
understand.
stream, so I'm gonna end the stream, and then you're gonna have to restart yours. Okay? You ready?
Okay.
All right, and then all the
Not
people in the
really.
chat have to. Oh, wait.
Just stay
Oh,
there.
she just left. Okay. Oh, that's funny.
No, I didn't leave. I'm still here.
Got it. You just turned your camera off.
Okay.
So you kind of. Oh, hold on. There, that's better. Anyways, yeah. When you're ready, let me know, and then I will tell the people to refresh, and then I'll end.
Okay. I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, I'm gonna end, and then you're gonna start. All right, bye everyone. Have fun at Blood Queen's stream. Bye, Rachel. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Jonas.